Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking another look at MannKind Corporation. So the chart I got for you guys today is a one-day time frame chart. Each of these candlesticks representing a one-day time frame, of course. Now the reason I wanted to look at the one-day time frame for MannKind is because the last trading week or so we haven't really seen too much action. We've basically been around this channel between $1.60 or so. Give or take, it's gone up and gone down a little bit, but for the most part it's remained around that $1.60 level. So the price hasn't really done too much last few days. So I'd like to look at the overall trend on MannKind here. So you see we go all the way back to January. Start of January over here, and that's when we kind of had this uptrend. So MannKind, actually, if you look closely here, we had a candle around $1.40. We got dumped down to about 70 cents or so, the low being that 64-cent low, and then the price started climbing very steadily up. And if you actually take a look, we technically are still in this uptrend from the 64-cent low. The reason I'm telling you that is because if we look at where we've been overbought, we can draw a line on each overbought here. These are all so close together, so I'm for the most part going to ignore those overboughts. And then we go here, and finally here. Let's make sure that's accurate. Hold on a second. Right around. Could get a little more accurate. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this green candle here. So besides this overbought, well, actually, yeah, even that one, because it closed up here. Even that one, we've been on an overbought uptrend the entire time. So that's a good sign. It means our uptrend has been fairly steady this whole time from January. Even through the dips, the overall trend is up. Now let's take a look at the two major spikes up here and here. So these two run-ups. This one really, this first run-up here, major run-up, it was really just a lot of buying power from the bulls and short covering from the shorts. Anyone who was shorting it was getting pretty burnt out the whole time this was rising steadily up, but it didn't really spike up, so the shorts didn't have a major covering. Now, on this major run up here, during the span of about a trading week, 5-day period, there was a major short covering and a lot of buying power from the bulls. So that's why we had this major run up. But it wasn't really on any specific news, so once you had this peak around $2.20, it did channel for a while, but then it did end up breaking down, and then it channeled a little while again, and it laid down again, finding its support around the $1.20 level. Now, the second run-up here wasn't quite as powerful, but it was still a very nice run-up, and that was based entirely on the transfer of rights from SNE to go back to MannKind. Now, the actual ticker is SNY, so that's why I say SNE, but the actual company is Sanofi, as you guys know. But I'm just going to keep saying SNE because I like to say that. So, SNE gave the rights back to MannKind. However, they still have some inventory left that they're getting rid of, so they haven't actually, MannKind hasn't begun their full distribution and sales yet for Afrezza, but they do have the rights back now. So we had a run-up on that transfer, but the run-up wasn't too great, and it kind of fell off. The transfer of rights is good, but it doesn't guarantee us any sales, and sales is what we really need to see for MannKind to continue a run-up. But we had a nice run-up just on that transfer, so can you guys imagine the kind of run-up we'll see when we get sales? It'll be very nice, I'm sure. So that's the good news fundamentally. On a technical level, the good news is that we're still overall in an uptrend from that 64-cent low. Even after these two dips, we're still overall in an uptrend. But the uptrend is getting a little bit weaker, and I'd like to show you guys why. Let's take a look at the RSI here. So the RSI is in what I like to call no man's land. You never want to see your RSI here when you're going long on a stock. Basically what I mean is that area between 20 and 80. So you can see when we went overbought was right around the peak of this last run-up. If we remained overbought there, our price per share would have at least been in this level, or higher. So we didn't remain in that level, and our RSI broke down in the 80 line, and we're kind of in no man's land now. So what we need to see that RSI do is one of two things. It either immediately needs to start legging up to the 80 zone, meaning even today we need to start seeing some buying pressure pushing that back up, or tomorrow for sure. So within the next day or two, we for sure need to see that coming back up. If that doesn't happen, we'll see the price drop a little bit more, and we'll see this RSI leg down. Now, we need to see the RSI bounce off the 20 line and push back up past the 80 line. So either it starts coming around now, or it falls down for a bit, and in the next few days, it bounces off the 20 line and starts passing up that 80 line. That's what we need to see. If it comes back down to oversold, that's not going to be a good sign. We might see more selling off until we actually get news. So I really don't want to see that. Also, taking a look at our MACD, we are in a bearish trend on the MACD, and we have just broken down the 0 line. So that's not good. Luckily, it's not a serious break. I mean, you can see the levels here. This was a much more serious breach of the 0 line, so we can still start legging up for sure. It's not the most bearish MACD trend, but it is bearish. But we'll see it starting to bounce if that buying pressure does come in. Now, on the parabolic SAR, we are in an uptrend, so that's a good sign. And the last good sign here is actually going to be our Tenkan line, that blue bullish line, pushing its way up to the Kijun. And if we see that cross, our price per share should start going up. Now, the cloud is predicting that run up. However, if it doesn't start legging up soon, it will probably get down to this $1.20 level, and that would fall right in line with what I said with the RSI going down to that 20 level. So immediately needs to start going up today or tomorrow, or we'll probably see it fall down to about $1.20 before it starts bouncing again. But that $1.20 level is still going to be better than, well, it'll be about $1.25 or $1.30, and that level is still better than the $1.20, $1.10 low that we had on this candle here. So overall, we're still in a bullish uptrend, and we can still see some, just on a technical level, we can see MannKind starting to turn around. And if they do release good news, and especially positive sales from Afriza, I think this thing will start running up big time. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm not in a position yet, but depending on what the price does, and if it starts bouncing, I'll take a little position for a swing trade. And that's about it, guys. Just a quick video on my sentiments here on MannKind. Hope that helps you guys out. Catch you later.